Hi, you're listening to Slightly Off Center, a space for quiet observations on design, perception, and the ways we make meaning. I've been thinking about what we do when language fails us. When we can't say exactly what we mean, we dance. We light a candle. We stay quiet. We pray. And that got me wondering, what really happens when we pray? This came up during a recent reading club session. We were talking about rituals across different traditions, how people turn to them not just for answers, but for something more elemental, something felt. In Buddhism, it's said that much of our suffering comes from projection, jealousy, fear, the craving for a bigger life. These feelings might not be physically harmful on their own, but the way we carry them often is. Think about watching a scary movie. The sound, the tension, the moment before the scream. Your heart races, your shoulders tense. Even your bladder holds its breath. Our body listens, even when the words don't make sense. So maybe rituals exist not to say something, but to hold something. Not to explain, but to make space. The visit to the temple, the praying, the chanting. Could the visit itself create meaning? Ritual doesn't contain meaning by itself, nor is it something handed down by a god. It's man-made. Like culture, like language. Perhaps rituals or temples were invented as tools, forms that allow us to find comfort, to explain what's on our minds, or to name our problems. The ungraspable feelings are expressed through these rituals, helping us feel safe and offering a way to find meaning in how we move through the world. When we pray at the temple, we plant a seed, not in the temple but in our heart, to remember why we were there in the first place. Sometimes, through ritual, we hear what our intention really sounds like. And in doing so, we're quietly redirected back towards something that feels true. And maybe we also complicate it. In the reading group, someone said that relying on rituals or gods for reassurance isn't sustainable. Another person mentioned how even an offering can turn into comparison. You don't want to be the one offering less than others. And these thoughts are valid. They're human. But are others really judging us? Or are we just projecting again? What if ritual doesn't need to be anything more than it is? Not sacred, not performative, not even meaningful in a traditional sense. Just a gesture, a rhythm, a return. From ceremonial dances in indigenous cultures to the ritual of sacrificing to heaven in ancient China. These acts were not only about seeking wealth or health, they were also a way of expressing something simple but essential, gratitude for being alive. So maybe our performance, our gesture, our offering, isn't about proving anything. Maybe it's just what we know to do when words run out. Maybe it's how humans make gratitude visible. While we curate dances or chants, perhaps we also create meanings for our inner intentions. Understanding the purpose of a ceremony or ritual might free us from clinging to its outer form and reveal it instead as a way of aligning with the world. But perhaps even the intention behind the ritual needs to stay light. When held too tightly, it too can become another form of grasping, turning presence into pressure and meaning into measurement. So the next time you light a candle, step into a temple, or whisper a wish. Are you asking for something or remembering something? Is this a beginning or a return? What part of you is speaking? And what part is simply listening? If this reflection stayed with you, you can find the written version on Substack at Slightly Off Center. I write every week, softly, honestly, and slightly off center. Thanks for listening. Until next time, go gently.